It's my second time going live. It's my second time going live on the channel here. Let's see. Doesn't look like it's working yet. It's working, apparently, according to Dasher Binge. It's working, apparently, according to All right, there we go. So we're good. So already got some commenters before we are even supposed to start. Everyone, take your seats. We've got ushers to seat you. We'll get started with the show exactly at 10 o'clock. Concessions are available this time. That's the upgrade to this live stream. Drinks are free, except for alcoholic beverages, of course. We can't make those free, unfortunately. I'll pay you to drink those, actually. You can actually get paid to drink our beverages. So, like we'll do, I'll let people come in. They'll be greeted with piano music. I'll stop exactly at 10 o'clock, and then there will be no mention of it from that point forward, and we'll head upstairs. We're done. Time to start the live. Hope y'all are well. I saw some comments in here from some people. I'm pretty excited to be here. Once again, we're going to head upstairs. It's going to get dark for a second, but I got a great surprise for you guys tonight. I'm super excited about this. From last time we went live, got a surprise. I'm gonna have to catch up on all these comments. I promise you I'll catch up. But check it out. Can anybody guess what the surprise is? You got about 5 seconds to guess what the surprise is. You guys ready? Bam! Look at that! Look at that! Woo! We finished today. Couldn't have done it without my dad. I got his help on the project. Look how fast that thing is. We're going to have to slow it down. Now, so the issue here is, and you can't even see it unless you're really looking for it. Well, actually, you can. Yeah, you can see it. Where the previous light was, it left a ring that's bigger, that's bigger than this one now on the drywall. I don't know if I can repaint it to fix that. Somebody can let me know. Let's get through the comments here. Let's see who's here. We got Dasher Benj second. That means he'll be third next week or next month, whenever. February 12th, I guess. We'll do these live streams every 12th and 18th of the month. There's a reason for that. If somebody knows the reason, you can also put that in the comment section. If you're correct, I will find a way to reward you. Hello, Rolling with Red. Thanks for being the first one here. Benji's munching on some cheese fries and a mint chocolate chip shake. Scooter Bud's here. Pedro's here. Thank you, Pedro, for showing up. We're talking about where we got a shake. Texas Burger, never heard of it. Dasher Bench says, hey, Welty, you got the man himself in your chat. Howdy, Pedro. Pedro says, hit the thumbs up. Bren's here. Excellent piano playing. I told you not to mention that. Told you not to mention that, Bren. Dude. I mean, there's very few rules in this live chat, and you just broke one. Feels good doing home improvement. Yeah. I'm looking forward to an update video from Pedro. He was putting down some floor. He apparently was going to do some painting after that. I told him I'd come help him. I got no issue doing that. I'll drive over there. Free labor, promise. Southern Gigs here, yes. I'm glad you made it. I'm probably in Southern Gigs live streams, ride-alongs more than anybody else. Great time. Virtually every day. I don't really know his schedule. I know at one point he was like, I need to slow down how often I'm doing this. But now he's back to doing it almost every day. Or maybe that's just because he did a gig war, and that's why he's been doing it the last several days. Bobby says, I told you I'd be here. Well, when you thought today was Thursday, you told me you wouldn't be here. Absolutely no offense taken. I understand. You know what's good about this for Southern Gig? This is going to help Southern Gig out because I haven't been thumbing up or liking his live streams. I told him if he's here tonight, I'll start doing that. So I got you from now on, Bobby. I will like your live stream every time I come in. See, because you got to do stuff like that. So this ceiling fan is creating a glare that I'm not a big fan of. So I might take it back down and just put the old light back up. Anyway, if you support the channel, I find ways to support you. Pedro, you missed it. Last week I was wearing your BOY shirt on the live stream. So we're supporting Pedro. We're supporting Southern Gig with the thumbs up in his live streams from now on. Dasher Benj was the first commenter on my first live stream. And I hope he knows that I'm trying to help get him some subs. So I'm all about, I promise you, one of my big life goals or life theories is you got to deliver more for people than they deliver for you. So there's a theory. I struggle with like theories that I like in life that are not necessarily biblical because I value biblical instruction, but then there's still theories in life that make a lot of sense to me. Like this is a Gary Vee theory called 51-49, where it's like in every relationship, try and, if there's a pie chart, 100% about who's providing who value, try and be 51%. Provide that person more value than they're providing you every time. That practice will work out in life. I don't know how biblical that is, but I like it. So I'm going to be doing some studying on that to see if that aligns with, there's some Bible verses on the 51-49 theory. Rideshare Rodeo's here. Hello, Steve. Steve, I responded to your message. I hope that the response went through. Been having some issues with that. And it really angers me because I'm trying to collab and work with some people. And the fact that some of my emails go to spam or my messages don't go through, that's an aggravating issue. Bobby says, yeah, I thought today was Thursday. Oops. So Bobby is doing something tomorrow night with, I think he said Dodo. I forget what he said, but maybe we should all be there tomorrow night on whatever Bobby's got going on. Bobby can let us know in the chat. Bren says, did I miss something? Just stop talking about it. Oh, Brandon Diaz with a comment up there too. Brandon's here. I'm excited for that. He's one of the few with one of these wrenches because he asked for one. Support those that are real. Keep grinding, young man, from Pedro. Brandon asked Pedro if he can get a signed pizza bag due to his lack of financial success. Pedro wants to charge him. Bobby, Welty is legit in my lives every time. Appreciate you, bro. Not every time, but I try to be there. It's a good time. And now that I'm in them so often, every time you're live, it's like the first thing that pops up on my YouTube homepage because you've worked your way into my algorithm as the absolute top dog. Brandon Diaz wouldn't mind paying. Yeah, $10.99 for Pedro's autograph is an absolute steal. I can't wait for Pedro to get into the NFT business. I got to be the first one in on that because, I mean, the ROI in the next decade on that, mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Steve says, I did not get your email. So your email came to me as a text. I texted back on my phone. I can show you. Yeah, so like, here's your message to me, and I responded. So I said, Steve, that would be fantastic. I think that's a great subject matter for me to pitch in on. That was my response. That might not be a sufficient response. I don't know. It's hard for me with taking this stuff here on, gig work and YouTube, trying to take it like professional. I'm like, should I be professional or should I just be me? So when I respond to a message like that, I'm like, I hope I'm presenting myself in a way that's acceptable, Steve, because I'm really looking forward to working with Steve, having a conversation. You guys will definitely hear about that when it is under work, when it is on the way. Bobby says, every Thursday, Civil Union podcast. I've never been in one of those before, Bobby, but I'll try to be there tomorrow night. There's no more NFL football Thursday nights now that we're in the playoffs, which means I'm available. Benji, DoorDash Benj, I don't know why I have a good friend in life named Benji. So if I call DoorDash Benji, I apologize. He says DoorDash pizza program will make you rich. Brandon Diaz, you weren't in Bobby's live chat? Brandon wants a Pedro cameo, calling my wife a miserable human being. That's actually really funny. Pedro says, be you. I tend to do that. Like I texted Pedro one time about the Chicago Bears because that's just what I would do, Bobby, check out the Civil Union podcast every Thursday at 9 p.m. Central. You got to stop putting Central time in. I can't convert that mentally. I've got no idea. I think that's 10 p.m. Eastern. Dodo and Sarah show. What's up, Rodney? Welcome. Red's here. Needs to give out wrenches. Red just asked for one, so she gets one. It was the driven mom that taught me how to do this last live, and I have forgotten. Oh, add moderator. Rolling with Red is now a moderator for your channel. Congratulations, Red. I think Rodney likes the sunglasses. So, once again, didn't come with any topics tonight to talk about because I would run myself clear out of Welty every 7th topics if that's all I came here to do. So I appreciate the audience interaction. That way we can get a conversation rolling. You guys remember, I was working on the light. If there wasn't any conversation, I was just going to do, home improvement, house chores. I can do that tonight too. I can do that if necessary. I can dust the blinds or something. Bobby says 10 p.m. Eastern. Happy? Yes. Because you gotta realize that the East Coast, the American East Coast, runs the entire world. When New Year happens, the actual New Year is the one here in New York City where the ball drops. Like once our New Year happens, and then it happens for everybody else in America that down that way, it's already happened. It's already happened. It doesn't happen twice. It certainly doesn't happen 4 times. Red is telling Bobby to behave. Bren, don't know what your deal is with me, Welty. I come on here to show support is all. No idea why you were being like that to me, but it's all good. Don't have to be here. Bren, my dude. He's probably gone. Holy cow. Dude, if you don't get the joke, I'm sorry. You missed the first couple minutes. You have to go back and rewatch it, I guess. I told people not to bring up the piano. Now, if you think I'm actually really upset, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm totally joking. Nova's here. What's up? What's up, Nova? Brandon, hot bag important or nonsense? We don't have any responses to Brandon's question yet. I'm going to be honest. Because of the nature of the DoorDashes that I accept, I don't use the hot bag like I should. I'm very low mileage. I'm cool with a $6 order for 2.5 miles, just over and over and over and over and over. And if it's 2.5 miles, it's like, I'm going to get it delivered so fast. Does it really need to be in a hot bag? But I'm trying to get better about that. What really motivated me was somebody gave me a second hot bag, different. I think it's for pizzas. So different than the one that DoorDash sends me originally. And I was like, you know what? This is a sign that I need to be valuing that part of the service I'm providing. So I'm trying to get better about that. For a long time, I didn't even carry it in my car. Now it's in my car every day. Dasher Bench says, use your hot bag, dude. Customers watch for service. I think you're right. I don't want to be the guy that sets a bad standard. Pedro says I can put the ladder away. That would have to be downstairs. I'd have to take it all the way downstairs. Honestly, it's not that I don't want to do that. It's that it's difficult for me to lift it. Thing's heavy. Well, I'm just kidding. That was another joke, Bren. You didn't catch that joke either, did you, Bren? I don't even think he's here anymore. You got to understand the sarcasm. Driven Dad's here. What's up, Tony? Steve says 80% of the population lives east of the Mississippi, but 70% of the land is west of it. Bench says use your pickle pick in hot bag. Bobby took off. Thank you, Bobby, for being here. Everybody subscribe to Southern Gig if you haven't already. I can't imagine anybody in this chat is not subscribed to Bobby. Anybody watching after the fact? This is the thing. When I did my first live, I had no idea that so many people were going to watch that hour after the fact. They got a lot of views. Over 100 people ended up watching it not live. So if you're a not live watcher and you're not subscribed to Bobby, that's probably more likely. Go subscribe to Southern Gig. Tony, Driven Dad, apparently had a great live today. I jumped in it at the very end. I hate when I do that. I didn't go back to watch it. Apparently, according to Steve, I should. Brandon doesn't think the hot bag really works. Rodney says the ladder looks cool. Driving with Chris is here. What's up? He says, "What up, man? Did you finish the series?" Oh my gosh. He's talking about the teacher series. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm wondering if like series aren't it for me. I've tried multiple series at this point. Every time I'm fired up about the first video. And then if there's a second and a third, I don't know why I'm like that, where it's just like I don't have the same motivation to pump that video out. I will pump that video out. And it also angers me, like my last upload was a Welty every 7th, and I've got to do another one Saturday. And it's like I gotta have a video in between. I'm not gonna go 7 straight days and have Welty every 7th episodes be consecutive. That means I'm slacking. So I will be putting out a video either tomorrow or Friday. It's gonna be one of those where I'm doing a DoorDash as if I was a celebrity. No spoilers, but that's what it's gonna be. A little comedy video, and then another Welty every 7th on Saturday. Doing the live streams has been an adjustment for me too with my content creation, because I'm putting a little bit of time into this that I would otherwise put into creating uploads. So doing two live streams in 6 or 7 days has affected the uploads. I'm going to have to get used to that as I start doing this in 2023. So to answer your question, Chris, yes, the series will be finished at shortly. I've filmed for it. I just haven't taken the time to edit that footage. Benj says, I actually had my Dasher today tell me she didn't have a hot bag. So Benj is ordering on DoorDash. I never do that. I think I've done that actually once or twice, but that's a rare thing for me. Uberlift Phoenix is here. Get in the shower. Be right back. Why would you not? Do y'all not take your phone into the shower like I do? I'm all the time watching all y'all while I'm naked, because a lot of my shower time is bath time. So I'm just letting it all hang out. And if that makes you guys uncomfortable, you're not getting an apology from me. I quite enjoy doing that. So Uberlift Phoenix, I hope you get your money from DoorDash. I saw your update video today. ULP is here too. Oh, Uberlift Phoenix. Okay, I'd never seen him referred to as ULP. Nice. Noted. Dasher Bench says, that's all right. People don't get sarcasm anymore. Logan's here again. Damn, you're looking so influential and important today. Thank you, Logan. Logan's commented several times here. I got to catch up on all these. Welty, can I use a clip from your Tony Lisa song as an intro for the ride-along streams? Anybody can clip me anytime you want. I do not understand. Pedro got in trouble one time for like using a clip and then somebody like complained about it. I don't get that. That's bad business. That's bad business. I want to be seen. I want my brand to be known. Absolutely clip me anytime you want to. I don't even need credit. It'd be nice, but I'm not going to complain about it. I'm grateful. I'm just grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have literally 1 subscriber. So yes, Tony, absolutely. Steve says, pay him. Nah, that's not necessary. Not necessary. Dasher Benj, your thoughts on epic rap battles? I like them. It's been a while though since I was watching those back in like I think it was like golly. I mean, my middle or high school days, maybe. Like Obama versus freaking what was his name? Terrible conservative opponent to Obama. Somebody will remind me in the chat, I think. McCain, no, the one after that. The one after McCain, Caleb. Mormon guy? Romney, yeah. Romney. So I was doing like epic rap battles, and they were also doing the lip sync stuff. Those I think they still do this stuff, but I just kind of got stale on that, watching that type of content. And now I've been putting in so much time into gig content, and when you combine that with watching NBA, watching NFL, what kind of other stuff do I watch? I watch all kinds of like stuff with my wife too. There's only so much content I can consume. I'm consuming content nearly every second that I'm awake. I don't know if y'all know that. It is constant. I'm either making or consuming content from my wife will tell you, literally, and overnight. Overnight too, because I will go to sleep watching a video, even if I put it under my pillow so that my wife can't hear it, but I can hear it in one ear. That's how I fall asleep. That's after my bath when I'm done watching you guys in the bathtub. Bench says, I'm ordering DoorDash for content. I look forward to seeing where you're going with that. Logan says, I bet if you did a video called Doing DoorDash while blindfolded, you get a lot of views. I could potentially do that without using a car if I was going to like try and walk. A really short order. Sometimes you'll get orders that are less than a mile. You could definitely deliver them on time, on foot. That's how I would try and do that. Rolling with Red, have you heard of Gig Wars that I did on my channel, a challenge against Bobby? If you're interested in doing a gig war, let me know. Absolutely. But I got to warn y'all, I promise you I won't lose to anybody. I swear. There's just no way. I will work literally every hour of the week, or whatever the period is. I will not rest a minute. I'm not kidding you guys. So that you're gonna have to be ready. You're gonna have to be prepared to die against me. Seriously, I'm not joking. Pedro says, "What do you film with and edit?" So I only film with, to this point, my iPhone. That's it, and I use Wondershare Filmora editing software, which costs about $100. So it's pretty cool that you can get started on YouTube and inspire people with virtually no upfront investment. Any of you guys can do what I'm doing. I'm actually terrible. Like, I really don't know what I'm doing. So I can definitely be outdone by everybody. Driven Dad, how do y'all like the new logo? Oh, look at that. It's his head with a beard. Love it. Love it. Rolling Red says TMI, probably about the bathtub. Dashing Traders here. Love you, Logie fam. Logan says, I love watching. Good, Logan. The fact that Logan came back, how huge is that for me? The fact that Logan doesn't even care about GigTube and he came back to this live stream, that's because he's the guy. He's the real MVP. Dashing Trader, what up? Dashing Trader was having a hilarious live the other night. $19 in the room, but only 10 thumbs up. Smash the button, peeps. I'm fine with that. I don't expect anything. I live with zero expectation to the point that it causes a problem in my marriage. If we need to get into that, I can. I'm so easy. like, I've dealt with hard enough stuff in life that stuff just doesn't bother me anymore. I'm just like, whatever. I'm so I just refuse to allow people to bring me down. It just ain't gonna happen. So if you don't like the stream, doesn't bother me. Romney got that Heinz 57 shmoney, says Brandon. Mormon guy. I'm almost catching up on these comments. Y'all are killing me by you continue to comment while I'm trying to catch up, which I appreciate it. Bro, I picked 9 NBA team today. Only the damn Hornets win. Psst. What, a parlay? Like a bet, Chris? You doing a parlay? You doing a 9-team parlay and you expect to hit it? Stop. Stop that. I think that's what he's talking about. This video is an experiment to see how the size of the upfront tip affects service and promptness. Everybody subscribe to Benj for that video alone. My mom's in the chat. No blindfold walking, she says. My mom is Beth. For anybody that doesn't know. Thank you for being here, Mom. She had to miss the last one because she was busy. She's super supportive. Pedro says, let's collab on a basketball shooting contest video. Oh, dude, you don't want it. You don't want it. I will say Pedro's got a better chance to outshoot me just straight up percentages than he does to beat me one-on-one. Because I'm not sure. I don't think Pedro's tall enough for his height to completely control a one-on-one matchup. If it's make it, take it, Pedro wouldn't see the ball once I get it once. Definitely have a better chance to beat me in just a straight up shooting contest, a game of horse, around the world type thing. I'm much faster and quicker than you would think with the ball. I'm getting to the rim. I'm creating separation. Logan actually knows. Logan can speak to this. Logan's seen me play basketball. Happy to do that, Pedro. Loser has to donate to charity. Done. Whatever we want to do, absolutely. You know I'm about that. All right, a fellow Filmora boy. That's what you use too, Benj? Cool, man. I found that software in high school. I've just been using it ever since. The editing and all will come with practice. Keep at it. Dashing Trader says basketball. He goes hard. Trader, I don't know how tall Trader is either. Trader seems like he might be taller. I don't know why I get like short vibes from Pedro. I don't know why I get short vibes. I might be wrong. Trader, you in it too? Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Bring up the chat on a separate phone if you can, is Trader's advice. I do have a separate phone up just to make sure everything's running smoothly. That's a good advice. Bud Soda's here. He's on Flex's stream. Why you wearing shades inside? In case my future comes. I can't afford for my future to blind me. I'm happy for my future to come, but I got to keep my sight. It's just too bright, bro. It's just too bright. Pedro says, Welty's made it now that Bud Soda's here. I don't know. I'm torn on Bud Soda. He's been supportive in the past, but I'm torn on Bud Soda right now. Maybe we can get some clarity someday. I don't have that strong an opinion on Bud Soda, but I'm torn. I'll be honest with you. Been here before, Pedro. He's a bigger tuber than me. No, I'm not. You're much heavier than me, bro. You need to hit the gym. Bud Soda is stacking Welty with Flex. I don't spend much time in Flex's lives, but apparently they're a big deal. I'll go on Flex's live by invitation only. That kind of stands for everybody. Invitation only. I went on Southern Gigs live one time and did an interview with him because I was invited. But I'm not the kind of guy to just hop in when any old person can just hop in. I'm going to be honest. I believe to develop my brand, I got to be the headliner. Now, you've seen me hop in Southern Gigs after I was invited and was on his show. Like, but I feel like my debut, my rookie appearance on channels, I got to be the headliner. Sorry. Shout out to Mom Says Trader. I hope my mom's still in here. Don't, Mom, if you got to get some sleep, don't worry about it. My mom is very supportive. Everybody's like laughing about certain things, but I don't know at what point those laughing comments came, so I don't know what I said. Andy McBlain's here. Hope you're well. Keep it up. You as well, Andy. Ditto. Welty is that one person watching 15 minutes behind a live and asking questions that are irrelevant to the live. That's not good. I got to get better. I'll get better. Bud Soda says, I got 2 7-Eleven and a Taco Bell, Grubhub and DoorDash. So on a triple Grubhub is furthest, pays well, all highway. Stacking like Bud Soda would give me anxiety, says Rolling with Red. I'm not a big anxiety guy. I just don't really care about stuff enough to be anxious. Because if I die, I know where I'm going. And supposedly dying is the worst thing that can happen to you. So I don't really get anxious. But it would be difficult to do the stacking like Bud Soda does and not get contract violations. He's impressive. Bud Soda, my future is dark and dystopian. I'm torn on you, bro. I'm trying to figure you out. I can't get a read on it, which is crazy because I'm a poker player. Dasher Benj, we're catching up here on the comments. Dasher Benj, I think you missed my comment earlier, but I'll repeat. Collab pitch. Epic rap battle. Top Dasher versus non-top Dasher. Okay. That's a great video idea. Don't want to take your video idea. If you're throwing it to me to do, I'll try and do it. But that's your intellectual property. I don't want to take it. But if you want me to do something like that, that's a fantastic idea. Welty, you are invited to the lounge. Come say hello. Not right now. I'm going to wrap my live up around 11. So I don't know how late they're going, but I'm by invitation only, Red. And I know you. Oh, she says you are invited. No, I need invitation from the host, the channel host. Bud Soda, you will split on me. I'm not offended easily. So, okay. Pedro says, come on the show. We'll set it up soon. I was worried about whether I'll ever get on Pedro's show once I heard that he was going to have Bentley coupon, because I was like, wow, I can't compete with that. I cannot compete with that. One day. But I think that's the cool thing. It's like, man, I want to invest in a lot of y'all's future because I see a lot of potential, and somebody who really ends up popping off in life, their videos from when they're in their 20s or when they're earlier in their career, haven't really made it yet, people will go back and watch that stuff 30 years later. So I like that because it will always be relevant. It's like when you see videos of like Bezos or Elon Musk before they were hyper rich. And it's kind of funny to just see, hey, this was a dude at one point, just a dude. Nobody really knew that this person had the potential to pop off. Bud Soda, my issue, bro, my confusion is that you came in I can talk about it because it was on my channel. So I'm not getting in anybody else's business. On one of my community posts, you call Pedro a sellout. Obviously, I'm not going to take too well to that, especially considering you're constantly in Pedro's lives. Feels like a sellout move to me. If you don't like Pedro, don't go use his platform. Okay? Now, happy for your rebuttal. Happy to be friends after this. I like you. I'm rooting for you. But I do have that criticism. Little hints of hypocrisy. Bud says, I have 1 hour live stream as you dash to get a decent vibe for me, okay? The earn by time is a sellout move. So Bud's going to stick to his guns. He's going to stick to his guns, which I respect. Brandon says Mr. Beast video of him counting to 1 million. What are you talking about, Brandon? What's the relevance of that? My mom asked, did you ever find out if Cherries is a man or a woman? Okay, so we talked about that last live stream. What I found out since the last live stream is that Always Cherry Pick, her name is spelled Michael. Michelle. Clearly a female name. Michelle. So we're moving in the right direction because we don't know who this is. But I got her first name. I know now more than I used to. I believe, Cherry has invited me on her channel, Always Cherry Pick, for a discussion. So that can happen because she invited me. I'm happy to do that, Cherry Pick, but showing your face is a requirement. That's it. That's it. That's the only way I'll do it. Do I think Always Cherry Pick will show her face just for me? Not initially. But when I've got 2 million YouTube subscribers and that offer still stands to Cherry, that's when you'll see somebody actually sell out. Because then he'll be like, I got to have Ryan on at this point. It'll be worth showing the face and revealing who he or she is. Apparently, some people know in real life who this actually is and have conversed with this person. So now I like Cherry, man. I like Cherry, but we got to figure some stuff out before we can move forward. Bud Soda, he heard my piece on it. Majorly the safety. He's also hypocritical on stuff we all are. Speaking of Pedro. And on the safety. Pedro, I like you, but not being able to critique people is anti-freedom. I'm not telling you, Bud, not to critique somebody. I promise you, ain't no anti-freedom over here on Welty. Promise you. Give me 10 seconds. Ain't no anti-freedom over here. This just happens to be hanging in my house. And that's enough said. We don't need to talk about it. All freedom over here, brother. Rolling with Red says Cherry is male. You have information I don't have then, Red. Brandon says Cherry is Cheryl. Michelle, man. Michael. Michelle. Every person I've ever seen with the name Michael has been a woman. Dasher Bench says Pedro always cherry pick. Oh, Pedro didn't know what I was talking about. See, Pedro wasn't here in the last live to see that discussion. Logan says Cherry's my ex-baby mom. Logan confirming on his account that Always Cherry Pick is a female. We have conflicting reports. Another theory, maybe there's multiple people behind the account. Like I said, I think it sounds like a male. Could be a voice changer. It could be a what do they call that? Catfish scenario? Like what happened to Manti Te'o, where the person's on the phone. He's talking to the person like we hear from Cherry. Always Cherry Pick. We hear him on the phone. We hear her on the phone. We know from the Manti Te'o situation that a male can literally sound like a female. The ones that are good enough at it. It could also work in the reverse, I think. Always Cherry Pick does a great job. He's got that low voice, sounds masculine, but the energy. See, that's what conflicts. His or her energy is very feminine. The way the character, if we're gonna call Always Cherry Pick a character, he or she is like always all the time like, it's an act. Get over it. I'm a character. I'm putting on a performance. Well, the character is putting off a lot of feminine energy, in my opinion. That's not a bad thing. I love feminine energy. I married a female. I'm all about it. But just let us know who you are. That way we don't have to be confused. SpongeBob is a bigger man than Cherry, says Brandon. Bud Soda says, like Pedro, very opinionated and speak my mind. I like that, Bud Soda. Me too. Bud Soda says, Cherry has a deep voice. We just addressed that. Possible voice changer, possible catfish scenario where the person just has the ability to come off as something that they aren't. Hector Mello says, Cherry Pick sounds like a cracked out Santa Claus. Man, that's an image. That's an image, Hector. Thanks for being in the chat. Bud Soda says, all right, I'll see you later, bro. You're something else. See you, Bud. Have a good night. Have a good night. What time do we have? 10:43. I got 17 more minutes of just letting it rip. What do we want to talk about, my friends? Where do we want to go? Brandon Diaz says, vote for Pedro. Dasher Benj, DeSantis 2024. I don't disagree with you, my man. I don't disagree with you. Trump, if we want to go there, Trump's been doing a lot of things in the last 2 or 3 months that I really do not like. Really do not like. Oh, I missed a Bud Soda comment. Do you not remember how everyone lost their crap over a $3 order that UDM showed? It's what you do with the discourse that matters. People who don't matter crapped on my stacking and profitability. I don't know the references. I don't know enough about what's going on with Bud to have a comment. But I do want to highlight that Bud said that we're fair on this channel. We'll let everybody speak and be heard. Brandon, Pedro has classified DoorDash documents. Huh. I mean, good for him. I'm not sure what that would mean. But it must be nice. Must be nice. Listen, if you're making more doing earned by time than you were without it, then do it. I don't know how that's possible. I've yet to try earned by time. I'm not even really interested in trying it. But I'm certainly not going to, tell somebody not to if they've done it successfully. I don't really get that. Dasher Benj, yes, earned by time is in my market. Uberlift Phoenix says, I'm never trying it. I don't think I ever will either. I can't imagine that it would be more successful than just the traditional way of doing it. Otherwise, why would DoorDash have thought it up? Why would they present it as an opportunity if it means paying out more to the worker on an average basis? Now, just because something works out on an average basis doesn't mean that individuals can't be good enough to be the one that comes out a winner. Some people are capable of that, figuring it out. Trader says, I tried it a couple months ago, not for me. I've seen a lot of people where that's the report. And I'm willing to trust that. Dasher Bench is pretty lame for me. Dashing Trader said, I'm also nixed. I thought hopefully Trader threw it out to people to have them sell him or give him more accounts. I guess that hasn't been able to come through yet, but I hope so. Uberlift Phoenix says not even worth it for the content. I'm going to disagree with you, Uberlift Phoenix. It depends on who you are. Here's if you're a Pedro-sized channel, virtually anything's going to be worth it for the content. If you're me or you, not necessarily. We got to come up with ideas that are, you see, your Uberlift Phoenix is at least monetized. I'm not even monetized. I'm still on the grind getting there. We're really close. We're really close. But it's worth the content for Pedro. I promise you it is. Pedro's a smart guy. He knows what he's doing. I promise you he's making out on the transaction of doing it for the content. Dasher Bench says, I used to make 20 an hour, but my last time was for the 100 orders in a row video. It was horrible. Tony says, I'd try it to let people know. Maybe an easier way to get TD if someone likes to do that sort of thing. Gig Hustler says, I'm late. What's up, Gig Hustler from Chicago? Dasher Bench, Driven Dad, yes, that is a pro, but not a huge one. I may retry it, though. They raised the pay on it in my area. Uber Lyft, yeah, I disagree. Those are my most viewed videos beside my shorts. Really? Your most viewed videos are talking about earn by time? Is that just because those are your more recent videos? And so as your channel has grown, you get more attention? Or do you think it's because of the topic matter? The subject matter? Chad Friedland says, I tried it for 4 hours. I think I made 15 an hour. Too many non-tippers in my area. Me too. Especially today. Today was so bad. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 15 an hour is not going to cut it. That's $60. If I'm doing a 4-hour shift, I want at least 80. I want at least 80. So that's the goal. Doesn't happen every time. Hector Mello. So I run 2 accounts on DoorDash. I have a Top Dasher one and I have my old account. The plan is to delete my old account, wait 30 days and make a new account. Then I'll have Top Dasher on both. Mad Mapper. I think everyone in my market is doing earn by time because I can't get too much of anything over 350 anymore. Interesting theory. I see what you're saying with that. Bench says my most viewed is the 100 orders 2-part series, and I did the earn by time for the first 80, so it made some good content. Okay. Hustler, that's usually the case. The new program videos always hit harder. Yeah, because people, it's easier to go watch 7 YouTube videos for an hour to learn about whether it's profitable than it is to go and do to get a real sample size yourself several shifts. You're much better off watching some videos. That's why the views are there. Now, and that's a lot of the deal on my channel. I don't do hardly anything that's informative for somebody that would be like new to DoorDash. Probably I'd be much I think I'd probably have my monetization already if I did, but I'm trying not to go that route. There's so many people doing that. My way of content creating is just the creative route. Doing something that there's almost no competition for, or very little. And the long play, I think, will be successful for me. I've had people text me and ask me, hey, I got this and this question. It'd be cool to see an informative video on XYZ. There's a million of them out there already. You know what there's not is Lil Wayne covers and parodies supporting other GigTube channels. Nobody's doing that. Dashing Trader, 100 DoorDash orders in a row. I thought about doing this, but I don't want to. People like to see DoorDash drivers suffer with 100 orders. Most of them are trash. Yeah, and Trader, yeah, it's been done before. It's been done before. If you want to do something new, trader, 101 orders. Nobody's ever done that before. Nobody's ever done 101. They all do 100 because they think it'll be good in the title. They'll get a lot of views, but they're just doing what everybody else has done. 101 puts you in a class by yourself. Hector says, today I ran both and made 180 in 5 hours. What? What? Talking about running two DoorDash, like two phones, two DoorDash accounts at one time? But you... 40 an hour? Which, by the way, is legal under the terms of service. Since you are an IC, you are allowed to subcontract. Independent contractor, you are allowed to subcontract. The Master Dasher says, Benj, I like your videos, man. You're funny. Yeah, Benj is really funny. He really is. Which is hard to do. To make me think you're funny is difficult. Because in my head, I mean, I'm just spinning jokes constantly. If I think you're funny, you're really advanced humor. I mean, seriously. Mom says with Dalmatians, referencing 101. Tony's just out here singing some of my lyrics. Dasher Benj, Welty, excuse me, I actually kind of did 104 because I had to cancel 4 orders and I knew somebody would claim they didn't count. You had to cancel 4 orders, so you didn't do 104. But you're saying it wasn't your fault that you had to cancel them. Phoenix, try a 100-hour week for 9 months. That's what he does. So I did a 100-hour week once, Uberlift Phoenix. I did it once. The fact that you do that repeatedly is astounding. Now, from what I understand, you have a lot of downtime. The hours you work, but you end up pulling out impressive totals anyway. So who cares if you have some downtime? The hours that Uberlift Phoenix puts in are incredible. And meaningful. I'm like low-key jealous of the comment sections Uberlift Phoenix has, because it's so many of the comments are positive, and they're like, you're motivating me. See, my comments are like, that's really funny, like this was worth watching, you know, this is good content. I want that. I want you're motivating me. That's huge. That's impact. Dasher Benj says, thanks, man. I glad you think I'm funny. Just for kicks, what's your favorite part so far? Benj, tell me if I'm wrong. You have the folding chair business. Tell me in the comments. It's been a minute since I heard. No. Who am I thinking of? Who the crap am I thinking of? Master Dasher, dude's a worker. Yeah, he is. Scooter Bud's headed out. Enjoyed the live. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Scooter Bud. We are running up on 11 o'clock here, Eastern, of course. Only time zone that matters. Missed some people in the live that were here last time. Still shout them out. See? I'm here to elevate those who support me, even if they're not supporting me at the moment. That's how much I've got y'all's back, I promise you. John Billings, Gigaholic Rex. I'll shout out, full shout out to John Billings. Half shout out to Gigaholic Rex. Half. I want everybody to subscribe to John Billings. I only want half of y'all to support to Gigaholic Rex. Because Gigaholic Rex is supportive, but it's another account that doesn't show their dang face. We don't know who's behind the account. I believe that we need some accountability on YouTube. Otherwise, people will just say whatever they want. When I stand here and I say what I say, and I hold something like this up, and my channel name is my last name, although misspelled, it's my last name, and you see my face, and it just because I wear sunglasses doesn't mean I won't show you my eyeballs. You know who I am. There's accountability. You know that none of what's coming out of my mouth is bullcrap. Because I got to answer for it. That's why I talk about the things that I do. My spirituality. I got to answer for what I say. So yeah, I'm going to say some stuff that gets some people upset. But I'm not doing it just to rile them up. I'm doing it at the end of the day because I'm trying to help them better themselves. I've got their, I got what's right for them in mind. And I know that. I know my intent. Nobody else knows it. That's all that matters. Tony says the Driven Mom is listening with me. She says she supports you. I know I got her support. She's great. She's great. Benj says 500% of y'all sub to Trevor's deliveries. I already did, Benj. Done. He's awesome. Hector Mello asks if I've been to Texas. I have. I drove all the way through Texas several summers ago. I'll be back soon. I really like Texas. Terry Feltner says, tell him, bud. Truth hurts. Truth doesn't necessarily hurt. It hurts a lot of people. But why? Why allow truth to hurt you? Temporarily, maybe. But if truth hurts you for an extended period of time, you got something wrong going up here. You got to adjust how you're interpreting things. Maybe it's your priorities. Maybe it's what you're rooting for. If truth is hurting you for an extended period of time, it's not the truth's fault. It's yours. Tony says, no pain, no gain. We're at 11 o'clock. I might have lost more subscribers tonight than I gained. Because Bren is really pissed, I think. I think he's really pissed. Terry says, small-minded, weak sensibilities. You know, maybe they are small-minded, but it's not. How do I say this? Nobody's incapable. Nobody's brain is too small to get where they need to get. Okay? So it's not that they're lacking in ability. It's willingness to not come off as small-minded. Weak sensibilities is probably closer to where I'd agree with you. Anyway, I said I'd ended at 11. Last time I went like 5 minutes over. Well, no, I went like 5 minutes over an hour. Lacking self-awareness. Exactly. So yeah, self-awareness is so huge. Last time I said I was going to run it for 30 minutes and ended up going like an hour 5. So this time we're going to end it right now. I hope y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all being here for real. Next time we do it will be February 12th and then February 18th. My mom commented, I can't end the chat if she asks me a question. Obviously, I got to address my mom's question. Have you ever thought about only using song lyrics when interacting with your customers? Great video idea. I can definitely do that when I'm doing a DoorDash as if I'm a celebrity and that celebrity is like a music artist. That is easy to work that in. But the celebrity that I'm going to act like, I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow or Friday, but that'll be the next upload y'all will get from me. It's not a music artist. Again, not gonna blow who it is, because if I tell y'all who it is, somebody else will go out and do the video before I can get it done. And so I need to be the first person to ever put a video like this out. But that's what will be next. Everybody's saying peace, bro. Keep up the good work. Tell Allison we said hi. Have a good one, everyone. Everybody's heading out. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Stay driven. I think that's how we're supposed to end live streams, right? Stay driven. Peace, y'all.